Previously on Lost in Travel.
Just can't get enough of that view behind me. The water in that blue lagoon section is so clear.
2 weeks ago, I jetted off with my uncle and sister to one of Europe's smallest countries, Malta. While I was here, I travelled around the island by tuk-tuk, foot and boat before saying goodbye to my family and catching a 20-minute flight over to Sicily by myself.
It's not even 6 AM yet and I'm out here exploring the streets of Catania.
My first destination was Catania, where I gazed at magnificent streets and monasteries before taking a day trip out to Syracuse for signs of ancient Greece. Next up, I got a train up the coast arriving in Messina for half a day, where I caught a sighting of mainland Italy and an astronomical clock tower was rather disappointing, before continuing the journey to Palermo.
I think I'm actually crying up here.
In Palermo, I was jaw-dropped with the remarkable landscape and ate my body weight in pizza. Plus, I'd ventured out on a stunning day trip to Kefaloon, which gave me my fair share of seaside vibes and ice cream on a brioche bun. For breakfast. Am I living my best life or what? And then, to wrap up my time in Sicily, I saw it from the sea as I embarked on an overnight journey to the Amalfi coast. My first stop being...
Welcome on here to Naples!
In Naples, I ate at the oldest pizzeria in the world and was amazing at dastardly Mount Vesuvius, before heading off to see Salerno. Salerno isn't as well chosen as the other beautiful Sorrento, Capri or Positano spots on the Amalfi coastline, but it was just as gorgeous with plenty of terracotta roofs and many seascapes. And I guess that should be you all caught up on what has been a tremendous adventure that has taught me so much independence for being solo for so long. Plus, lots of perseverance in carrying just hand luggage, which has eventually taken its toll.
I'm going to be having a little rest here, go for a shower, and just hopefully my back can get a bit better because I've got so much exploring I need to do.
But it was all worth it in the end for the memories that I have made by the Med, as I finally call that an end with one more stop. Hello everyone, I am Lewis, you are watching Lost in Travel, and we are just off the coast of Naples in this tiny, cosy hidden gem of an island known as Procida.
We're on our way. We're on our way. We're just getting started. No stopping us on.
So guys, welcome on here to Procida. You may be wondering why I'm not on Capri. Capri is that tourist island that people go to in the Amalfi coast, right? Well, I have decided, because I've already been to Capri when I came here 5 years ago, so I was like, I really want to explore one of the other islands around the Amalfi coast. Capri was actually my favourite day on that whole trip. I had a blast. Like, I would easily come back to Capri and explore it all again now that I've got a DSLR and I can record it and I can capture all the footage. Because last time I went to Italy, I formatted my card because I was just a little boy and I had no idea what I was doing with my life. But anyways, I'm now here in Procida, one of the more unsung islands here in the Amalfi coast, and I can't wait to explore it and see why it is one of Naples' hidden gems. So there's already one thing I've noticed about Procida, and I'm really liking it a lot. It's how vibrant the pier side is. All of the buildings are nice shades of light blue and specifically yellow. Lots of yellow colours, so very summery, and I'm liking how quiet it is. I've got this basically whole street to myself. I wish I wasn't such a fool this morning. I'd actually paid attention when I was coming here so I could spend a bit longer, because I had some troubles and then so I was running late and I was already stressing out, but I made it to the ferry in time. But the worst part was, so the ferry was coming into Procida and I decided, okay, I'm going to go to the toilet. I don't know if there's much toilets here, and when I was at the toilet I came out in the ferry, because I was running late, I was already on a rush to go to the next place and I missed the stop to get off, so I had to stay on it for another loop. It means I missed about an hour and a half of time I could be spending on this beautiful island. But hey, I'm here now and it's all worth it in the end, right?
Never knew what I was missing. Never crossed my mind before. Come to find the truth was hidden just behind the open.
Well, I've been just standing in the street for a couple minutes now, just listening to the birds chirp, just hearing the mopeds just zoom past, seeing just locals getting on with their daily lives. Life feels so untouched here. So if you guys didn't... Oh my god. Rather windy here. Wow, it's crazy to think that I'm only half an hour away from Naples. Maybe it's because I was on the ferry longer than I had to be, so like my whole perception of time right now is a bit muddled. I'm still feeling a bit sea legs, but I think it is more to the fact it honestly feels like I'm away from the hustle and bustle of the city, which is what these islands are used for. This is the smallest island in the Naples region, and I don't think it gets enough love. This is so beautiful, so colourful. Definitely the best place to wrap up a trip such as the one I've been on.
But baby, I'm a fool for you. I know I messed it up. That's just what I do. I don't mean to rush and break all the rules. But baby, if I must, I'll be a fool.
It's been an astonishing 2 weeks. The fact that I went to Malta with my sister and my uncle and I explored all over, so in my 13th country, had a blast there, to now being here in Italy solo, travelling around Sicily, getting a ferry over to Naples, eating all of the pizza and Italian food that I could eat, drinking all the limoncello I can drink, and then coming out here to islands such as this one all by myself. It's been overwhelming. It's been difficult to say the least. I've had some very stressful moments, but I would not change it for the world. This has been a phenomenal trip, and I totally recommend, if you ever want to do a solo travel, to come out here and do it in Italy. People are friendly and the towns are beautiful. So there was also one more island that I had the chance of visiting here that I've never been to yet, and that is Procida. And that island is literally right next to this one. Technically I have been there. I went there on the ferry when I stayed on it. But I think next time I come here I need to explore Procida. The reason I chose Procida over Procida is mainly because it was smaller and I felt like less people would choose the smaller one, and I was wanting to be a full explorer and come out here and see it, and I'm very thankful I did. But that still leaves Procida to see, and I've got a feeling that both of them are probably very similar in style. This one you can feel that it's more closed in, which I guess makes it more joyful to walk around. There's just something so peaceful about being on an island, being surrounded by the water, just hearing the seagulls actually in their natural habitat, not in some city trying to steal sausage rolls out your hands. This is it. And I was just realising on my way down here that this is kind of like a bookending chapter to this whole trip. My first full day on this trip, I was in Malta, and I took the ferry over to Gozo, and I went on a tuk-tuk and it took me all around the island. I got to see everything it had to offer. And now here today, the final full day of this trip, I'm here in Italy, and I'm here in the Isle of Procida, and I'm just strolling along by myself to my own leisure, and it just feels so nice to know that both days I've ended it with islands. It's definitely a way to just relax your way back into normality. Guys, I've got no idea if I'm going the right way or if following these steps is going to lead me to like some person's house. Probably going to walk in on someone just like lounging naked in their garden, but here goes nothing. Wowzers, this is quite the view to wrap up this phenomenal trip with. Can someone tell me why I have just seen a bee the size of my pinky? Glad to get out of here. And maybe I am, more so not because of the pinky sized bees, but because as one trip ends, another one will begin. Italy will always have my heart, and my stomach. But I was excited to get home after this incredible adventure in May of 2022. This is because it was only a mere few weeks until my next adventure. This time stacking my air miles on the furthest holiday yet,
Join me next time to see my first experiences in Southeast Asia.
Come fly away with me. Imagine all the things that we could see. Yeah, don't you know that life's a